There are over 1.8 million real estate agents on Instagram right now. But the problem is, most of them are posting the exact same content that nobody cares about. I see agents time and time again making 5 critical mistakes that is costing them leads, growth, and thousands in commissions. And the third one is actually something I've never seen anyone do. So my goal is simple. By the end of this video, you will have the only content strategy you need to stop chasing clients and finally start attracting them in 2026 using Instagram. And if you're new here, I'm Enrico Incarnati. I am the director of social for one of the fastest growing personal brands and the 3rd largest podcast in the entire world, where we reach over 40 million people every single day. And I have thousands of agents who follow me on social media, where I've grown to over 300,000 plus followers, but it's not because of that title. It's because I teach social strategies that work just as well for selling homes as they do for building global brands. And actually, some of my most viral content has been specifically about real estate. So I'm taking those exact strategies and breaking them down into a blueprint just for you. Let's dive in. Let's start with mistake number 1, lacking a signature format. When I audit real estate agents, I see 99% of them doing one of 3 things when they get a listing. Number 1 is what I call the billboard, which is you post a static photo of the house with a price and you write a novel in the caption. Let's be honest, nobody's reading that. Number 2 is what I call the dump, which is a carousel of 10 professionally shot photos of the home that I know cost you thousands of dollars to have done for you. But the problem is no one is remotely even interested in engaging with your post. And again, you wrote a long novel in the caption that no one is reading. And number 3 is the lazy reel, where you take the same static photo that you posted and you slap a trending audio on it and you call it a video. Let me be honest with you. It's lazy. All of this is lazy. You know it, and I know it. If you can't market your property creatively, well, how can you expect anyone to want to buy it? The fix that you need is what's called a signature format. This is a repeatable style or unique angle that makes people recognize you before they even read what your Instagram handle is or your username. So let's look at some agents who are crushing this right now. The first is Trent Miller. He is by far one of my favorites. Maybe you've seen him. He's what I call a disruptor. He doesn't just show the houses. This dude is literally sprinting through them while he's showing you all of the features of the home in one take.
Here we go. We have a beautiful, a subpar kitchen. Right there's where you put your...
Number 2 is Lisa Dubois. She does what I call gamified home tours. She turns a walkthrough, or a boring walkthrough, into an interactive experience by playing hide and seek in the home, which again, it invites you to play along, but it's a genius way to market the home because she's showing all of the features while you're playing the game.
Hide. Right here. This bathroom doesn't have anywhere to hide, but I had to show it to you because not many showers you can sit in.
Number 3 is Tampa Bree. Her energy is almost kind of like your funniest friend just got the real estate license. She's very relatable. She uses plenty of humor, but the best part is you never know what she's going to say next, which is why you want to watch.
This bidet is really high up. I had flaming hot Cheetos for lunch. I should have went to college, and instead I'm filming myself making glory hole jokes.
Number 4, Margie Morosco. She brings that cool aunt type of energy, and you trust her immediately. She does a great job leveraging viral trends. She does a great job leveraging things that are relevant to her audience, and it hooks you in and it gets you interested.
Bedroom big enough for a California king. Big closet! Smaller closet!
Number 5 is Eric Thurwood. His hooks are clear and they give you all the information you need, and you know exactly if this house matters to you in the first 3 seconds or not.
I'm gonna find out here in Dallas. Come follow me.
And so ask yourself, if you had these 2 posts side by side on your feed, which one do you think sells your home faster? Which one do you think builds your brand? Which one, most importantly, do you think people are interested in more? Exactly. So how do you find your format? Well, let me give you a real life example. So I had a strategy call with an agent in Virginia, which by the way, link is in the description if you want to book your strategy call. We were struggling to find his angle until I asked him, well, what do you love outside of real estate? And he told me golf. And so I said, okay, well, who buys your homes? He said, families and typically dads. I said, okay, do they golf? He was like, yeah, usually. I'm like, boom, that's the format. I told him, stop walking through your home and just showing it randomly on your iPhone. What I want you to do is walk through with your putter. Maybe test out the carpet in the living room. Is it putting friendly? Maybe take the driver into the living room or the family room, and you can show how high the ceilings are by taking a full swing. And guess what? He tried it and it became one of his most engaging reels ever. Why? Because he wasn't just selling a home. He was selling a lifestyle. and he was showing his personality while doing it. This is the power of a signature format. It brings in new eyes, it qualifies your leads, and it makes you an attractive character in your market. You need to stop posting these billboard types of posts, and you need to start creating a show that people want to tune into. That brings us to mistake number 2. You are treating Instagram like you are giving a lecture and you are the boring professor. Look, I know you need to educate your audience. I know you have to talk about things like interest rates, down payments, different loan types, but if you just sit in front of the camera and you just recite facts, I hate to break it to you, you are that boring professor. And on Instagram, again, I don't know about you, but if I see that boring professor, I'm scrolling, I'm gone. The problem most agents face is they only post one type of content, and usually it's talking head tips or it's property listings like we just talked about. The secret isn't finding new topics. It's repackaging the same information into formats that people actually enjoy watching. And so you need what I call a content expansion pack. These are creative ways for you to repackage your educational content. So let me show you how you can take a boring topic like can I afford a house and remix it using 5 proven formats. Number 1 is what I call visual math. So instead of just saying, oh, you need $80,000 to afford this home, how can you repackage that into something to where maybe you have someone in your office, whether it's another realtor, assistant, receptionist, walk into your office and simply ask you a question like, hey, can I buy a $500,000 home making $40 an hour? And in the video, you walk the audience through what that actually looks like, whether it's on a whiteboard or on a piece of paper, and you write it out. You can also do visual math for the audience by adding that question as the title card on your video, and then you could do a talking head while you walk people through on the screen, much like Freddie. He does a great job breaking down all of this. People love seeing the numbers being crunched in real time, and it feels like something they actually want to pay attention to because it relates to them. Number 2, the green screen reaction. Take a topic like interest rates, for example. Don't just give us an update. Could you maybe go find a headline or an article that you saw that says something about how rates are dropping, and then you put it on a green screen, or you use the green screen feature on Instagram and you walk us through the article exactly what it means. You could literally reassure people being like, hey, I see what the news is telling you. I see all the headlines, I know you're probably seeing them too, but here's what this actually means for you if you are looking to buy a home. You are borrowing the authority of the article to make your point. Format number 3, this versus that bracket. Let's say you want to teach or inform people about what is the most important when it comes to buying a home. Now, you can educate and entertain people by comparing 2 options against each other. And then you pick a winner, and then you do that for 6 to 8 rounds until you have your ultimate winner. And people love to debate in the comments, but you've gamified it. You've made it fun. You've made it interesting. You can also do another ranking style like the S-tier ranking. So take a common question like what renovations add value to your home? And then you rank them from S tier, which is the best, to F tier. And maybe S tier is kitchens. Maybe C tier is a swimming pool. Maybe B tier is basement. I don't know. Whatever applies to you, but it makes it interesting and engaging for other people. Depends on what you want. These are visually satisfying and highly shareable because people want to see where their opinions land and what your take is. Another format is what's called the digital clipboard. This is the highest converting format, especially for saves, because you are giving them a tool they can actually use. So maybe you take a video walking through a property, but you overlay a list of specific tactical advice. For example, 12 things you must check for before closing on your home. And then you list things that other people wouldn't really think of. Maybe it's checking your water pressure, checking your stove, checking the electricity, whatever that might be. People will hit save on this immediately because they think, wait, I need to remember this the next time I go to a viewing. And guess what? You just became top of mind for them when they go to a viewing. Oh, and better yet, they will want to send this to their spouse to be like, hey, when we go to our listing or our showing this weekend, make sure we look at this. And as a pro tip, if you really want to double down on this, tell them to comment the word checklist or the number 12, and then you use ManyChat to DM them a full PDF guide so you now start collecting leads. This brings us to mistake number 3. You're selling homes, but you're not selling the lifestyle around the home. If a buyer can't picture themselves getting coffee down the street or walking their kids to the local school, they aren't going to buy the home. You need to prove that you know your city almost better than Zillow does. And this is what I call the proximity play. I honestly haven't seen anyone fully execute this yet, which means it's a massive opportunity for you. Stop just being an agent. Start being the almost mayor of your city. Don't just post listings. Go interview the high school principal to talk about the football team, or go talk to the owner of the best pizza spot in town, and maybe you do an interview with him. Or you do a review of his restaurant almost as a mini vlog, and guess what? Maybe you can find ways to partner with them. Could. Or you go interview other locals about what they love about the town, what they love about their city, and how long they've lived there for. But it's not just that. You can also be the local news source. There are two people to really look at with this. You can look at Nava Realty and Your New Texas Home. Nava Realty, he covered a famous mall in Plano, Texas, getting demolished. And then someone like Your New Texas Home, he covered the Goldman Sachs office opening in Dallas. And he also talks about new things coming to Dallas in 2026 and 2027. Why? Because people want to know what is happening in their area. And ultimately, does this affect the property value of their home? And if you're that news source for people, well, you win people's trust because they always want to tune into you. Or you could also take a page out of Ryan Serhant's book. Do a day in the life vlog, but focus on the lifestyle of the neighborhood. Show the gym you go to. Show the different lunch spots you go to, or maybe where you take clients out to, or other coffee shops where you go to work, the commute. Sell the proximity, not just the property. Now look, if you made it this far, you clearly want to dominate your market in 2026. These strategies work, but execution is everything. If you want to skip the trial and error phase of all this and have me personally help you build this roadmap, what I want you to do is apply for a one-on-one strategy session with the link in the description. We will dial this in specifically for your city. But listen to me very closely. You can have the best proximity play, you can have the best content expansion pack in the world, but if your profile looks like an absolute ghost town, or it is unclear what you do and who you are when someone clicks on your name or they discover you, none of that matters, which is why we need to fix your digital curb appeal. So let's talk profile optimization. Mistake number 4 is not having your profile look as good as the houses you're selling. Again, you can have the best proximity play content. Your signature format could be nailed. Your content expansion pack can be dialed in. But if someone is clicking on your name and your profile looks either messy or confusing, they're out. You literally just lost the lead. First, we need to fix your SEO. If I go to Instagram and I search Dallas Realtor or whatever location it is that you serve, do you show up? Probably not. Stop being cute with your name. You need to change your name using this framework. Name plus city plus real estate agent. Make it searchable. And if you want 2 examples, take a look at Adrienne and Tom. It's clear, it's specific. You know exactly who they help, whether it's first-time buyers, clients who are relocating, or people who want luxury listings. That's first. Next, your link. Listen to me very closely. Please stop sending people to a generic, boring brokerage website where they get lost. You need a mobile optimized link store. I recommend using StanStore, where you can put your very best freebie at the top, super simple, and then put your Work With Me application right below. Make it ridiculously impossible to miss. And by the way, if you want to set this up quickly, I've got a free 14-day free trial for StanStore. Just check the description below. Now, let's look at your grid. Your top 3 pinned posts should not be for your favorite videos. What they need to be is almost acting as billboards for your business, right? You need to solve 3 specific problems with these 3 pinned posts, okay? Maybe your first pin is a market update that you either swap out weekly or you swap it out monthly, and maybe you have a call to action for people to comment where it drives people to sign up to your newsletter. That's a possibility. Pin number 2, you could do a client success story. Pin number 3, this could be a lead magnet to either a checklist or a guide like we just talked about. And speaking of lead magnets, please stop telling people to click the link in your bio. It is killing your engagement. Instead, what you should use is ManyChat, where you tell them to comment a keyword on your post and then you DM them the checklist or the guide or whatever it is you want to send them. That way, this automatically sends it to them. And the best part, it collects their email for your newsletter and for your email list. Now you are building an asset that you finally own, not just renting followers on Instagram, because you don't own them. you own your email list. And if you've never used ManyChat before, it has allowed me to generate tens of thousands of leads for my business, and it's allowed me to generate hundreds of thousands and millions of leads for my clients. And you can get a free trial to ManyChat Pro for 30 days. Again, check the link in the description below. Finally, let's talk about stories. If Reels are how you get discovered, your stories are how you get hired. This is where you show that you are a human, that you're not just a real estate agent, that you are more than that. So maybe document putting up a for sale sign in the yard, or you tag the local coffee shop that you're working from, or show us your dog or your other interests, whatever it is that gets people more connected to you. Because again, you are building trust through your stories. People need to feel like they know you. And by the way, if you want a golden nugget that you can steal to generate leads, I call this the Friday night strategy. Pay very close attention to this. You know that buyers are going to open houses on the weekends, right? So on Friday night, I want you to post an Instagram story that says, "Are you going to open houses this weekend?" ? Don't put in an offer until you check these 11 things or 12 things or 13 things. Most people miss these and it ends up costing them thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars without even realizing it. Oh my gosh, could you and then say, reply checklist, and I'll send you my cheat sheet that you can take with you. Now you are catching them exactly when they have the problem and you're offering a solution instantly. This is how you win. Think about it. How else can you market a free solution that you have based on the problems that you know people are facing so that you can easily generate leads? I bet you it's a lot more than you think. That's how you win. Look, 2026 is going to be the year, I'm calling it, where a lot of these part-time agents who are half in, half out, they're gonna get left behind. And a lot of these social first agents are gonna dominate and take over the market because they know what works on social. And so you now have the blueprint to be one of those who dominates. Thank you for spending time with me today. Thanks for hanging out. I hope this gave you some clarity. And I just want you to remember this, in case nobody else told you, you are literally one video away from a completely brand new life. Keep going. Now, if you're already implementing these strategies, but you aren't sure if they're actually working, YouTube thinks this video right here is the one you need to watch next. It breaks down the 6 subtle signs that your account is about to blow up. And honestly, I bet you're a lot closer than you think. So click right here and I'll see you over there.